In Booster Set 2, Green got an incredible boost in the Digisorption package. This effect lets you rest any of your Digimon in the battle area to decrease the evolution cost of the Digimon with the effect by however much the card specifies. Green's playstyle was already fast digivolving through cheap costs, and this took it to the next level. With the right combination of these cards, Green could potentially digivolve a rookie to a Mega in one turn. In Booster Set 3, Green largely carried over the same base. The new additions were another level 5 with Digisorption, and new Megas that offered powerful effects and board control, which Green was slightly lacking in until then. It also gave Green some access to Blue with the new Imperial Dramon cards. The biggest addition, however, was Hidden Potential Discovered, which was the same concept as Digisorption, known as Download in the English proxy, except it can be used on anyone and decreases Digivolve cost by 5. This card is crazy and has made Green Megas much better by virtue of digivolving into them quicker and for free. Green quickly digivolves and uses inheritables to swarm the field while controlling your board with Ceresmon's effect to rest your opponent's Digimon for the Digisorption cost or stunning an opponent's Digimon with Mega Garglemon. Topping deck lists in Japan showed this was a massive power boost to Green. Now, today in Booster Set 4, Green seems to add even less new tools still. Just a few options to refine and perfect the Digisorption package. The big takeaways most decks have added are Lilamon, Nidhoggmon, and either or sometimes both of the Chaos Mons. The Digisorption base to Green is so strong and consistent that as of now, it's the go-to client for Green. The improvement Booster Set 4 brought to Green was in pushing to close the game and board control. Nidhoggmon can clear a board when you play it right, opening up an opportunity for you to attack or setting your opponent too far back to compete. Chaosmon helps push for game by piercing and being able to attack an unsuspended Digimon even if memory passes to your opponent. Lilamon offers an easy and relatively quick way to rest opponent's Digimon to get rid of a threat or meet the condition of your other cards. It'd be amiss of me to not also mention the starter deck Green got before Booster Set 4 came out. This structure deck is fantastic and improves Green's focus on resting to battle and run over opponent's Digimon. Hercules Kabuterimon has the same effect as Lilamon, discarding sources to rest an opponent's Digimon. With its natural piercing effect, it sets up Digimon for it to run over. Palmon contributes to this strategy by giving 2000 DP when battling an opponent's Digimon, a huge boost that when coupled with Togemon is enough to attack over every level 7. Tentomon is a good generic searcher that increases Green's consistency even further. The worrying thing about all these cards, however, is Hidden Potential Discovered. By resting a Digimon, you can reduce the Digivolution cost of anything digivolving from a Green Digimon by 5. That's a huge reduction that lets a majority of Green's Megas be played for free, and it's level 7s for only 1 as of right now. On its own, maybe it wouldn't be that bad since you need to also spend the memory to get something else out to rest if you want to attack with the Digimon you're using Hidden Potential Discovery to digivolve into this turn. But with the Digisorption package, Green can climb up and widen their board ridiculously fast. With just 3 memory, if you have the right hand or draw right, you can absolutely get a Megabyte turn 2 if you're lucky. Green's cheap evolutions and cheap on-play champions make this surprisingly consistent too. Green's Megas are typically a little more expensive to compensate for this, which does make them a little more painful to digivolve into naturally, but in the case of Mega Garglemon and Nidhoggmon, it doesn't matter too much if you know what you're doing and time them right because you basically make your opponent unable to respond to the Mega you just played unless they have something like Gaia Force. We see the results speak for themselves with Green taking out 42% of the recorded tops by Digimon TCG Review during the week of the 21st, 3 days after the release of Booster Set 4. Green's speed is hard to keep up with, but even more worrying still is what this means for the future of the color. Do newer Megas get weaker to compensate since cost doesn't seem to be doing it? Do they get more expensive so they're not always free? Is you only have 4 copies of the card in hand, you won't always see it, a valid balancing method for Hidden Potential Discovered? I mentioned in my Power Creep video that this reminds me of the banned Pokemon card Forest of Giant Plants. That card lets you skip a game mechanic by being able to evolve a grass-type Pokemon immediately. This made grass types pretty crazy and expanded by outspeeding your opponent and stopping them in their tracks with attacks designed to be played later into the game, or by locking them out of options with abilities that were never meant to be cheated out so fast. This limits the power level Green Stage 3s could be in Pokemon because the designers had to keep in mind Forest of Giant Plants exists and will always be run at 4. Eventually, it was just banned. The worry here is the Hidden Potential Discovered would be limiting to Green Mega Design in a similar manner by making them free and too easy to play. Green can turbo faster than any color to their strong top ends, and because a lot of these turbo pieces are cheap, disposable vanillas, there is no difficult decision to be made in digibursting them away to control the board with effects like Lilamon or Nidhoggmon. We don't know Bandai's plans for competitive balancing, if they'll have a ban list or rotation. We can look at their previous games, but that can still only lead us to speculation until we hear from them. Green's base is already very strong and consistent, and only needed the small addition to Gaiden Booster Set 4 to help close games and push it to the top, and it looks like it'll be on top for a while. Adding few cards from a new set to your deck isn't inherently bad. Maybe the color just had an off day that set. But one type of build with small variations here and there and a skyrocket in tops overnight might be. We are only 4 sets in, and I don't see Bandai doing any kind of regulation until at least 1 year into the game, so we have to really wait and see how things shape up. But if we did get a ban list, I can see Hidden Potential Discovered being the first card on it. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you'd like to keep up to date on the channel and see some deck lists, follow me and my Twitter in the description below. I'll see you next time, and until then, remember to stay hungry until you get a taste of victory.